Sniper down.
First set's done.
2 snipers down.
Message coded. Patch it through.
Another blade up. I really like it when I'm able to get multiples of those bastards up. Oh, that one's up on that gate. Oh yeah, nope. Fog's gonna carry us through this shit.
Second one's done.
You rocking that Izanagi right now, aren't you?
Nope. I'm using my succession. Not even my best one.
I mean, square.
That's not the focus of this build. No, notice that every time your health goes down, it's automatically going back up. This is the White Mage Titan build.
Nice.
Where's that Minotaur? Precious Scar, yeah. What up, everybody? It's your boy Clown, back again with another build. I'm sorry this one took me a little bit to get out there, but I'm happy to bring it to you guys now, and this is the Touch of Soul Solar Titan build. Now, this build was super fun to do. Originally, I had gotten the idea for it going through exotics, reading them, and then my buddy Spoon had challenged me to make a White Mage Titan build. Fortunately for me, I had already had it in mind. I was already thinking about doing one with the Precious Scars. So that just kind of made it easier and just gave me even more basis to work off of. So let's just go over the artifacts super quickly. Barrier for sidearm, unstoppable hand cannon, overload for pulse rifles, because I think I was using the auto rifle for the barrier, but swap them out as you need to. Kindling trigger, blast radius, flint striker, torch, heart of flame, revitalizing blast, raise the precision, all the perks in the artifact for solar weapons. Then overload rocket launchers and Argent ordnance to beef up that Galahorn even more. Yeah, this build is something else with the amount of healing it does. I've been absolutely loving this. So we'll go over the artifact and then we'll go over the exotics, because this build has the ability to run 2 different exotics and work really well. So we're gonna go over this quickly. Towering barricade, strafe lift. Hammer Strike, I liked Hammer Strike better than Throwing Hammer. Throwing Hammer wasn't consistent in getting kills, and I needed this to proc Golden Tricorn 2 on my summoner. Now this does have options. I started using the Solar Grenade originally I was using the Healing Grenade, but I started swapping to the Solar Grenade because I just didn't need the extra healing capabilities. But if you want to sit back more and focus more on healing and you feel that you need it, by all means, run the Healing Grenade. It does work really well as 2. Aspects, Roaring Flames, obviously increasing the damage of my solar abilities, so get that Roaring Flames up. The Hammer Strike hits really hard, allows us to proc Golden Tricorn 2, and also the Solar Grenades, that helps as well. And then the last one, Soul Invictus. So this is the key to running both the different exotics, because the 2 exotics we're running are Precious Scars and Phoenix Cradles. So Solar Ability, Final Blows, Hammer Soul impacts and defeating scorched targets creates sunspots. Your abilities regenerate faster and your super drains more slowly while standing in a sunspot. Sunspots apply Scorch and deal damage to targets inside. Entering a sunspot applies Restoration. So sunspots are pretty big to the build in keeping pretty much 100% uptime on both melee and grenade abilities. Also, having the Healing Grenade combining in with the rest of these just works out super well. So you always have a Healing Grenade or a Solar Grenade, always have the melee, always having your abilities. It's very good. Ember Benevolence, applying Restoration Cure or Radiant to allies grant increased grenade, melee, and class ability regeneration for a short time. As you can see, just kind of feeding into each other. That's one of the things that you want to kind of get down with your build, is just kind of making sure everything plays in together and beats off of each other. So, next, Ember of Mercy. When you revive an ally, you and other nearby allies gain Restoration. Picking up a Fire Sprite grants Restoration. So, combining this in with Precious Scars, I'm now taking that and getting a 2-for-1. So, not only am I going to apply healing to us, but I'm also going to apply an overshield with Precious Scars on. So we get healing and an overshield. That overshield will allow our health and shield to regen while we have the overshield up. Ember Tempering, Solar Weapon Final Blows grant you and your allies increased recovery for a short duration. Stacks 3 times. Obviously, that feeds into Ember Benevolence. And then we also get Fire Sprites on Final Blows, which Fire Sprites grant Restoration. Ember of Imperium, Solar Weapon or ability Final Blows extend the duration of Restoration and Radiant effects applied to you. So anytime I have Restoration and Radiant, I'm just renewing the time on them and keeping those up pretty much 100% of the time. The healing on this build is really good. It's really crazy. Especially when you start throwing in Heal Clip, it's pretty hard to die. The Tormentors and Exploding Shanks were pretty much the only things that could kill me, or getting one shot by an Ogre that popped up out of nowhere, so. Exotics. Obviously, Precious Scars. The ability Kintsugi. Final blows from this weapon with a damage type matching your subclass energy create a burst of healing around you that grants allies restoration. After reviving or being revived, you gain an aura that provides overshields to you and nearby allies. So as long as your overshield stays up, your teammates can regen the overshield as long as you have it. The overshield, I think, is only 15 seconds. Hang on, I'm just going to double check. 10 seconds, so it lasts 10 seconds. So if they take a little bit of damage and they can cover up, that means they can then regen the overshield. But once you lose yours, your teammates lose theirs as well. So it's not the super greatest overshield in the world, but combining that in with the restoration capabilities and being able to get back up to full health, like that's pretty good. Now the other exotic for the build obviously is going to be Phoenix Cradles. So Soul Invictus lasts twice as long. Allies who pass through your sunspot are granted Soul Invictus and Solar Restoration. So this gives your teammates the abilities of Soul Invictus, allowing them to regen, degrades slower. I don't know how well that works on, say, like a Well of Radiance Warlock. I would have to like do a specific test for that, but for the most part, giving them the ability, grenade, and melee regen, super good, plus as well as the restoration. My recommendation is that if you're running with your team in, say, Pantheon, for sure, go with Phoenix Cradles. If you want to run Precious Scars, you can, but Phoenix Cradles will be a little bit better with all the extra ability regeneration. Sorry. Got like a hiccup and a burp at the same time. The extra ability regeneration, which is always good. But if you're running not solo, but if you're running with randoms in, say, like Onslaught, I'm gonna highly recommend Precious Scars, because then you don't have to try to coordinate, or if you don't want to communicate or can't communicate with your teammates, then you don't have to worry about trying to get them to run through the sunspots, and you can just apply heals to them as long as you're within range of them. So, but me and Doof both agree this is a underutilized exotic, and I feel like Precious Scars is as well too. So I think these are going to be great builds in both Pantheon and Onslaught. I was absolutely loving this in Onslaught. I haven't gotten to test this in Pantheon. I definitely do want to give this a shot to see how well this would work out. I think people would be kind of amazed. So, weapons. Using a Mountaintop, Ambitious Assassin recombination, been working out super well. I also have a succession with Reconstruction recombination in case I need like greater ranges. Yeah, those have been working out super well. The big focus here though of weapons is Heal Clip. So I have a Summoner with Heal Clip Golden Tricorn. I obviously like Golden Tricorn, but if you don't, Heal Clip Target Lock Summoner works out super well, or Heal Clip Incandescent Heliocentric. That does give you barrier for just having that right there. That's pretty awesome too, but feel free to run whatever you want there. Just the Heal Clip kind of plays into the Precious Scars, because Precious Scars grants you and your teammates _1 cure, which is also ×1 restoration. But then you combine in Heal Clip, so on kill and then an instant reload, you then reapply Cure and Restoration, giving you ×2 and your teammates ×1. So effectively ×2 for your teammates and basically times 3 for you. I don't know if that necessarily works out that way, but in my head, it does. So, nah, just super lot of heals. The exotic, I just went with the Gallahorn because this build is already pretty much just a support build. Everybody loves having a Gallahorn on the team. Everybody runs rockets. You already got the Gallahorn. You're set up. You're healing and killing. And you're healing with the Gallahorn, which also combined with the artifact mods gives it overload. And if you have armor charges, which I'm pretty sure you'll have armor charges up the whole time, you're going to be increasing the damage of this. So you get 3 shots that are going to be sitting at some really high damage, which is really nice. We'll go over the armor mods. And yeah, then show you guys some gameplay. Discipline mod, heavy armor, heavy ammo finder, harmonic siphon. I went hands-on for melee kills because I do kind of like doing the hammer strike. Obviously, you can go ashes to assets. There's a lot of free reign within this build. I mean, for the most part, the only thing I really focused on was just getting the resilience high up as possible, and then everything else didn't really matter too much. Recovery, because you're healing so much, not too big of a factor. Discipline, we have Soul Invictus, so we're getting grenades, super, and melee's back super quickly, so having these all right around this range is perfectly fine. The biggest thing we're just doing is trying to keep how much damage we take down as low as possible. 27 resilience, obviously I'd like to set at 100. If I probably finagled some stuff around, I could probably get it a little bit higher. Like, yeah, so if I threw that on right there, I can get to 96%, but right now, as is, not that bad. Solar loader, impact induction, you could probably go 1 and 1. Grenade, powered melees reduce your grenade cooldown. Grenades reduce your melee cooldown, kind of just feeding off each other. This is kind of just plays into that 100% uptime of your abilities. I did go with the solar reserves on this and a concussive dampener. Just to give the Gallahorn more shots. Obviously, if you're pushing into harder content, definitely more resistance mods, but that is an option. Solar weapon surges, 2 of them, because we want to keep our solar weapons hitting as hard as possible. You're going to have lots of armor charges, super good. And then I think I have powerful attraction and bomber on this, so reduce grenade cooldown when using your class ability. So everything just kind of feeds into each other, and it's a really simple build. Like, I literally threw the build together, was like, hey, that looks good, ran it, and I was like, this works phenomenal. I could not complain about this build. Definitely, if you're going to try this build, try it out with both Precious Scars and Phoenix Cradle, see what plays to your playstyle a little bit better. If you are using Phoenix Cradle, I do highly recommend this. Both me and Doof do. If you're going to run Phoenix Cradles, run Luna's Howl. For some reason, I don't know what it was, but it seems like Luna's Howl creates a lot more sunspots, and it's obviously hitting really hard, especially with Magnificent Howl. This is my heal clip incandescent roll. I want to heal clip Magnificent Howl roll to test with the build. I just haven't gotten one yet, so. But if you made it to this point of the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Again, apologize that this one took a little while to get out. I've been doing damage testing as well as having some stuff to take care of at home, so obviously family priorities come first. I am a father of 5 and a husband, so you know how it goes. So, but stay tuned for the next build. Watch this gameplay footage, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Pull the heavy. Okay, most shriekers are dead.
Bro, why wasn't I healing?